Good afternoon. This is Dr. Bhupesh once again recording a very small video of the last paragraph because I keep on talking about grammar all the time when it comes to two things. In the past, we have two kinds of tenses, second form, which I always say, and in the passive voice, you have was plus third form. In the same way, if I tell you of today visit, in the visit letters, when we talk about today visit, then we have two things, has plus third form, which is active, and has been third form, which is passive. For all the new students, second form means if I'm writing the past, so I will say on first visit, the patient suffered from fever or the patient complained of. Now in this, if you will, suffered from is not looking really nice over here just because of the flow of the sentence. So you can say in the first visit, patient complained of fever. So this second form is an active form. That means patient is doing by himself. And when we talk about rest of the lines, we say on examination, he was found with. Why do we say he was found with? Because it's a passive voice. He was found by us. He was found with tenderness, elevated temperature. So these are the signs. These are not the symptoms. These are the signs which we get on our examination. Then you say, at that time, patient was diagnosed with. He was diagnosed with. Again, passive voice was plus third form. So when we talk about the today visit, so we just change few things. We say today. Then we say patient has complained of because it's an active thing. So has. So these are the only tenses I always say to remember. And then if you are talking about passive voice, you will say on examination, he has been found with. Then if you're talking about this, at that time, you cannot say because it's today, at that time means at that time past. So you will say, now he has been found with, or now he has been suspected with. So I'm just talking about the grammar at the moment. So this is the only grammar of OET, I always say. But when it comes to discharge plan letters in the last paragraph, so you will talk about during hospitalization. First paragraph would be purpose. Okay. Second paragraph would be social history and medical history. Third paragraph, where is it? Sorry. First paragraph would be about purpose. Second paragraph would be about social history and medical history. Third paragraph would be during hospitalization. If you realize that during hospitalization is exactly the same tense which we use in the past visit. So if I copy paste this from the past visit during hospitalization, or during hospitalization, the patient passed, complained of fever. On examination, he was found with. So nothing changes. It's just like at, at, at that time, he was suspected with. So it's a past visit. Again, the same rules. Nothing to worry. Again, take time and understand. No rush. So this is your during hospitalization. It's exactly like past visit. Exactly, no tense change. This is the tense you will use in the during hospitalization. But now it comes to the last paragraph. So last paragraph, again, just use the tense in the simplest of the way. Please understand this. It would be greatly appreciated if you could plus first form. After any, now please listen to, I will not, as always, I will not only teach you the last paragraph, I will also teach you tenses. So when there are any kind of modals like can, could, may, might, it is always followed by a first form. This is also helpful in reading and listening. So if by chance in the listening patient is saying, I can go for wrestling, but suppose if the blank is given, he could dash. So either you will write he could go for wrestling, or you will put he could go for wrestling. So otherwise you will write he could wrestle. Means what I want to say, again, it's not the best example, but what I want to say, always use the first form after could. Can, could, may, might, shall, should. You cannot use any other form. So it is also one of the things you have to remember. Like simply, I can see you, I can come to you. Even if I say fast, I could come to you. I might come to you means all after all the models, there is always a first form. So the first sentence in the discharge plan should always be made. It would be greatly appreciated if you could. So if you could arrange whatever is given. Means what happens in the discharge plan letters, you are discharging the patient. So after the discharge, you are sending the patient to a nurse for follow-up care. So now you are talking to the nurse in the last paragraph. It would be greatly appreciated if you could arrange a doctor's visit. Suppose if this is given. Second line, you should always use kindly. These are known as imperative sentences. Imperative sentences means kindly ke baad after use first form. What I mean by this sentence is sit down, stand up. These are known as kind of imperative sentences which start with first form. So these are the kind of the sentences which you can use over here. Suppose if I say kindly dress the wound daily. So this is the second, kindly dress the wound daily and assist him in walking. Suppose this is given. Now when you are making the third sentence, now you have made two different kind of sentence. It is a simple sentence. Then this is the imperative sentence. Now you should make one passive voice. The patient should be educated regarding. Means whatever is given, the patient should be counseled regarding this and this thing. So now the third sentence is always a passive voice so that you can tell the examiner, I know these kind of sentences, I know imperative sentences, now I know passive voice. Then come the third kind of sentence. He also needs to be educated. You can use this thing. He also needs to be informed about his appointment. That is where the question was asked. Now it's a very simple sentence. He also needs to be informed about his appointments. Now please understand what I'm trying to teach you. Now you are writing the patient, then again you are saying he. Just to change this thing, you can make this object as your subject. His appointments needs to be informed to him. Suppose if we are making a line. Now that is the main thing I have taken the pain for. When it is plural, then you cannot put needs. You have to delete it. Now, why does it happen? I like you. He likes you. They like you. That is why it happens. With I, there is no SES. With plural, there is no SES. So this is appointments. This is plural. No SES. But it is only with he, she, and it that you use likes, smokes, drinks. Then you use S when you have he, she, it. Only for he, she, it. What does he, she, it means? Even if I say his appointment, singular, if I make it singular, then S will come. His appointments need to be informed or need to be fixed, whatever. My focus majorly is not the sentence at the moment. My focus is to tell you about this S. So this S only comes with he, she, it. Now his appointment means it. It is only one thing, singular, non-living thing. That is why it. But if I put S over here, then S will be removed from here. This is the rule. So this is how you write the discharge plan. It would be greatly appreciated if you could do this thing. Kindly dress this. The patient should be educated about this. Its appointment need to be fixed with the medical team. And last line, you can also use say it would be of great help if you could inform him about his diet plan as well. What I want to mention in this line that there are various ways of saying now last line you can use this one. It would be of great help if you could. So this is also one of the lines you can make. I really like this line. It would be of great help if you could inform him about his diet plan as well. As well you will use in the last. to kind of end the last paragraph. So as well means that first thing is this: I'm telling the nurse to give follow-up care first this point, second this point, then I showed my passive voice, then further I told the examiner I know these rules as well. Then in the last I'll say it would be of great help if you could inform him about his diet plan as well. If you want to make it better, you can also use further. Further, it would be of great help if you can do this as well. And also in between, you can always use along with this to make it better. Along with this, the patient should be educated regarding this thing. Now it seems like a very good flow of the last paragraph. It would be greatly appreciated if you could do this. Kindly dress his wound. Along with this, the patient should be educated about this thing. His appointment need to be fixed with the medical team. Further, it would be of great help if you could inform him about his diet as well. Now, see the fluency of this writing. That is how a good letter is made in the last paragraph. I hope now you can again listen to one lecture three times, because again I am in rush as well, because I can't waste too much of your time for these easy things. But at the same time, the person who is listening to it for the first time, please listen to it three times. You will all then you will never have problem. So today I have covered speaking task, and this only this lecture of writing would be enough to get you pass in writing. I promise you. But again, you have to follow each and everything, each and every grammar point which I have told. You need to learn it by heart. You need to understand it with your subconscious rather than conscious. This is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM Moit Institutes. Thank you very much for listening to me patiently. And I hope this lecture would be very fruitful for you. Thank you.